there will be a Game 7 in the National League Championship Series. Milwaukee took down the Dodgers 7-2 on Friday after a 4-run first inning and 5 total runs in the first 2 innings off of Los Angeles starter Hyun-Jin Ryu. Jesus Aguilar went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs in the win. 3 takeaways from NLCS Game 6 head-scratcher. The Dodgers really had only one guy in their lineup who was hitting in Game 6, and he was making hard contact from the beginning. That man was David Fre. The 35-year-old infielder took Wade Miley deep as the first batter in the game and also drove in Los Angeles' only other run while he was in the game. David, Game 6, Fre. Peterson came in on a double switch and took Frese's spot in the lineup. When Fre left, he had 2 of Los Angeles' 5 hits. He was hitting great, so why take him out? The predicted matchups weren't incredibly favorable, as he has no hits in his career off Josh Hader and just 1 off of Jeremy Jeffress. But the number of men on the Dodgers team who have hit those 2 pitchers is limited. It's not like Frese's numbers were so different than anyone else's. Leave the hot bat in. Maybe Los Angeles would have scored more runs if it did. The tables have turned. A story emerged in The Athletic on Thursday that the Brewers suspected the Dodgers of using video cameras to steal signs during the NLCS. Whether that's true or not, it was the Brewers who looked like they knew what was coming in the bottom of the first inning. Fox Sports reporter and Sports Illustrated writer Tom Verducci alluded to the fact that Milwaukee hitters Mike Moustakas and Eric Kratz took first-pitch curveballs to right field like they knew they were coming. According to Fangraphs, Ryu allowed a .216 batting average against his curveball this season. In those particular moments, it didn't look that hard to hit. No one has accused the Brewers of stealing signs yet, but they certainly looked like they were sure of what was to come on those 2 particular pitches. So many in-series adjustments. There have been obvious moves in this series meant to mess with opponents, like Miley coming out after 1 batter in Game 5, but it's the little adjustments game to game that have made this thing so much fun to watch. In Game 4, Craig Counsell made a mistake in the 13th inning. It was hard to watch, but it happened. With the game tied at 1 and Manny Machado on second base with 2 outs and Cody Bellinger next up, Counsell could have done something weird. He could have walked the bases loaded. We know it sounds bizarre, but the Dodgers were out of position players in the game, and due up 2 batters later was Julio Urias, the 22-year-old pitcher who is not known for his hitting prowess. Counsell didn't, and Bellinger would drive in Machado for the game-winning run. Skip forward to Game 6 where this exact situation came up twice. In the 5th inning, the Brewers had 2 runners on with 2 outs and Dodgers manager Dave Roberts walked Orlando Arcia to load the bases for the pitcher. He would either force Counsell to take his pitcher, Corey Knebel, out, or leave him in for a big moment. Knebel stayed in and struck out, ruining the opportunity. Then the 7th inning, the Dodgers did it again by walking Moustakas with a runner on second to force Counsell to either send Jeffress to the plate, or a pinch hitter. He would pinch hit this time, but again, the Dodgers won the battle as Curtis Granderson would strike out. Milwaukee would ultimately score a run on a wild pitch that inning, but had it not been for that, they would have gotten through without giving up a run or hit. There have been so many little adjustments in this series, with managers learning from their own mistakes and the mistakes of their opponents. Baseball is fascinating when you know where to look.